All right, team, turn!
Take me out on the water,
We eat fishy.
way out in the woods, where the breathing is easy, the living is good.
All you can do is just laugh. Welcome to Larry Smith Outdoors. We're sponsored by the Badger Sportsman Magazine, Bartline Barrels, Warrior Boats, Lynch of Maguanago, Big Snow Resort, Hard and Soft Fishing, Suzuki, Wings Over Wisconsin, Dick Smith's Bait and Tackle, Kamick Law Firm, Kamalon Measuring Tools, Deep Freeze, Cold Snap, Otter, Norm's Egg, and Jiffy.
And remember, it's a great day to be alive.
Out in the great outdoors.
Holy moly.
Hey Brett, you know something? I made the mistake and didn't bring any Sundrop today, and we're up in Minnesota, and apparently I'm going to have a little chit-chat with the people from Sundrop because I didn't see any Sundrop in the gas station or the bait shop this morning. So.
I'm sitting here trying to imagine a day with Larry Smith without Sundrop.
Without a Sundrop, yeah.
Many years as I've known you, I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, this is a little bit different, but, I'll manage, see what happens. Hey, welcome to Larry Smith Outdoors. I'll tell you, today we're up in Minnesota, and you know what? Minnesota it is. You know what? And there was no Sundrop here in Minnesota that I found, so that was the only downfall so far. But guess what? We're fishing one of them destinations I've always wanted to go, and it's Lake of the Woods. This is a vast body of water. We came out of the river, and I said to Brett, you know what? Holy moly, this looks like the Great Lakes. As far as I could see, I couldn't see any shorelines. Hey, and you know what? We are fishing with our good buddy Brett King, and every time we fish with this guy, I tell you what, I learned a tremendous amount. And you know what? That when it comes to fishing, that's what it's all about. It's all about learning. Hey, Brett, you know what are we going to be doing today?
Well, we're gonna deploy some downriggers.
Okay.
Of all things. This is my favorite place in the world to fish in August, Larry.
Okay.
This has a phenomenal bite. They call it the walleye capital of the world.
Yeah, and I thought Lake Erie was the walleye capital of the world.
Absolutely not. So there's no place I'd rather be in August. I was taught this technique from a wily old veteran here, charter captain.
Okay.
The owner of Zipple Bay Resort, actually.
Zipple Bay, okay.
So he kind of showed me the ins and outs of this downrigger and thing. I caught a few fish yesterday.
I heard that you absolutely had some monsters
It was a good
yesterday.
day.
You had 7 fish for how much weight?
About 55 pounds.
Wow, them are for this time of year, any time of year, but them are some giant fish.
Yep.
And everything you caught was off of downriggers
We caught
yesterday?
a couple of them on lead core. Too.
Okay.
We'll do some lead coring as well, but there's a lot of structure in this lake. Just piles and piles of rock reefs.
Okay.
And I like to spin the bases, and I can do it very effectively with downriggers.
Okay, well, I'm interested to see what happens today. Again, this is just a very unique body of water, and I want to come up here, not to get off track here, but I want to come up here this winter and fish this, Brett. So maybe you and I are going to have to do a road cruise and come on up here, because I've heard nothing but crazy stories about the amount of fish that they catch through the ice out here. All the bombardiers, all the snow bears.
Yep.
It's just
something you have to see.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
One of the things you have to do.
And that's why I was so excited about driving up here last night and to fish this. So hey, let's put her down, put some downriggers down, and I want to learn how to fish walleyes with downriggers.
Absolutely.
That sounds great. Hey, stay tuned. Let's see what happens this morning here out on the big pond of Lake of the Woods.
Lake of the Woods.
The Warrior story continues with the best tracking, driest ride in the industry. Designed with a high degree of dead rise and bow flare to push water out and down for a smooth, dry, comfortable ride. The smart trolling keel limits bow drift for enhanced boat control in the wind, and with a lifetime hull warranty, Warrior boats are built to last. Warrior Boats, a legend reborn.
Badger Sportsman Magazine, Wisconsin's premier outdoor magazine. Fishing and Hunting in Wisconsin, written by outdoor enthusiasts from Wisconsin. Each issue features timely fishing and hunting articles from experts across the state. Badger Sportsman Magazine will help you make the most out of your time in the woods or on the water. Subscribe to Badger Sportsman Magazine today.
Hey folks, the Badger Sportsman Magazine wants to see a picture of you having fun in the outdoors. And to have a chance to win a trip with us here on Larry Smith Outdoors and a hard and soft water fishing kit, all you have to do is submit that picture to thebadgersportsman.com. Hey Brad, how many feet back on this?
40 feet.
40 feet back, okay. Yep, got our line counters here. Got the Shimano line counters today. You like these the best, Brett?
Yeah, they've got a
Good drag system. Okay, right there, 40 foot back right there.
I'll be right there to help.
Yep, you're good.
All right. Then basically, take the line, grab it,
Okay.
pinch it right in here, Larry, like so. Okay?
Right, and you got it set pretty light.
It's fairly light.
Okay.
So turn your clicker on, open your bail,
Okay. Yep, there she goes.
set that in.
Just like salmon. Yep.
Yep. And then I'm gonna clutch it down.
Okay.
We're in 31 feet, back 40, so I'm gonna go down about 22 feet.
Where do you think that bait's gonna be running, Brett? How far off the bottom are you trying to achieve?
I'm trying to keep it 3 to 5 feet off the bottom.
Okay.
So when you get this all set right,
Oh,
I'll actually be able to see the ball on my
on the locator, huh?
locator. Yep. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Okay.
Right there.
Okay. Yep.
So then we're just going to get a little load on the rod, and it'll
Just
settle
enough.
in. Yep.
Okay. Just
So
like
now-
that, huh?
Yep. So now when a fish hits it, it'll trip it off the release.
Yep.
The rod will come up, Larry. Get on this reel
Right away.
and just reel down on it.
Okay.
Real fast.
Okay.
Because you do get a little bit of slack in there
Right,
right away.
yep.
What
Just
you
so he
want to
doesn't
see,
take the hook.
you want to see the rod go like this and then like this.
Then you know you got a big
Then you know
girl.
you got a big.
Right. Awesome. Got a nice fish. I'm gonna grab the net for you.
If you got time, I'm back there away.
Okay.
This one's actually on the lead line.
Okay. How many feet back are you on that, Brett?
150.
Okay. 150 feet back.
It's a pretty decent fish, I think.
You sure hit it nice. Boy, it didn't take long to get, once we got out here and got them lines down. You know, and you can only run one line here, right?
One line per person in Minnesota. always.
Yep, we actually had to buy Brad a license this morning, the camera guy, and he's gonna have to reel some fish in today
Yep.
too.
We'll let them do that.
Yep.
later.
Yeah, later.
We're gonna make them suffer for a while. here
Right, that's
first.
a good idea. Now, what are you thinking on the size of this fish?
Probably a 17, 18 inch.
Okay. And there's a lot of sauger in here too,
There
besides
is, yeah.
walleye.
Yep. Not big sauger, Larry. Not like we see on the Mississippi River
Okay.
by any stretch.
Yep.
But that's a nice mouth.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Good job, Mr. King. Nice job, Mr. King. You want to hold them up for the camera? No, now, what are the limits for guys that come up to Lake of the Woods to keep? I know you were talking before on the ride out here, something about 19.5 inches. Usually when you start talking about slot limits, there's not much of a half.
No, and it's because your border waters with Canada.
Yeah.
And they do the metric system,
Yep.
of course, so that's how they land on 19.5. So you can have 4 walleyes
Yep.
under 19.5.
4 walleyes under 19.5.
You can
okay.
you can keep 1 trophy over 28,
Okay.
and then you can have 2 saugers as well for a total of 6.
6 fish
So you
total.
can, there's no slot on the saugers either.
Okay.
So you can keep 6 saugers if you want.
Right.
But most guys will run out and get their 4 walleyes and then
Go
grab,
fish saugers,
grab a
those
couple
separate.
saugers to fill them in. That's a nice fish.
Nice
great,
fish.
Great eating fish right there.
Good job. Good job, Brett. You know, Brett, that was a pretty nice fish. Now, that fish was just over 20. Oh, you got one? There you go. On the rigger. That was That fish was just over 20, so we let that one go.
Yep.
What do you got here? Feel a little bigger? Oh, what's
Ooh, nice sauger.
sauger, huh? You want to
Nice.
flip them or?
Go ahead.
There you go.
That one will eat well.
Okay. No, show everybody the difference. You know, I know most people know the difference between a walleye and a sauger, but there is quite a bit of difference on them. You know, on Winnebago, my home water, you can only keep one sauger. That's
Okay.
it. Yep. So here, you can keep.
You know the saugers I'm used to.
Right, you're used to the monster
So
saugers.
the big difference is, and he's posing beautiful, the dorsal fin.
Whoop.
Big difference on the walleyes and saugers right there is the dorsal fin. You can see the spots in it. And then just the general coloring. These are more grayish brown. The charter captains out here actually call these browns.
They call them
Yeah,
browns?
you'll hear them on the radio. We got to go get our browns.
Okay.
You know, so and then no distinct white tip on the tail like we're all used to with the walleyes.
Right.
But that's a good eater for Lake of the Woods.
That's good. Then a little fish fry tonight, huh?
There we go.
Everything just stopped. I don't know what we got going on here, Brett, but I can't gain nothing.
Okay.
I don't know.
Good sign.
It's just, yeah, everything just absolutely stopped, my
Have you ever
friend.
seen a bad fish?
No, they're all good fish.
He can't
That
put
fish
up much
ain't-
of a fight that way,
I
can he,
know.
Larry?
That fish, well, one thing, Brett, he ain't getting off.
No? I think we got this one covered.
That's a nice sauger.
That's it.
You know, it's funny because all of a sudden I got about 2 cranks on the reel, and all of a sudden it just went, boom, stopped. And I'm like, what the heck, you know? Not
Yeah,
a bad sauger.
That is a great Lake of the Woods sauger right there. So
Gotta love it, Brett.
Kalen's has been catching multi-species fish for over 30 years. From our crappie grubs, to our seismic series of hybrid swim baits and grubs, to our jerk minnows,
You can't see that jerk minnow, can you?
to our garlic and salt impregnated wacko worm,
That's a Kalen's Wacko.
our premium line of Kalen jig heads. Oh, and our original Kalen's grub still does a pretty good job too.
Fish, look at that Kalen's in her mouth right there.
Wings Over Wisconsin, a nonprofit organization dedicated to natural resource restoration, preservation, and education with youth and community involvement. Through cooperation with private landowners, state and federal agencies, Wings Over Wisconsin has been a leader in the preservation of our natural wildlife habitat, with donated dollars staying in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. For information about how you can join this great organization or how to start a new chapter, please visit wingsoverwisconsin.org.
Patrick, what are you doing out here?
Mark, I'm going fishing this weekend, but with this massive selection of trucks, I can't figure out which one to take.
The brand new Lynch McGuanago stores have a massive selection of brand new Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Make your next stop at the all-new state-of-the-art Lynch McGuanago dealerships today.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Hey, Brett, you know, on the way out here, you and Brad were sitting up front there, and it looked like, you know, I know this boat, how they run like crazy. But I see that you guys had a pretty good ride there, and I'm looking to myself, you guys are sitting on smooth move seats, and I was in the back without one.
Yep.
Right.
Kind of selfish that way.
Right, that is. I don't know if Brad's gonna be sitting on that smooth move seat on the
I
way
noticed
back.
you offered for him to
The
move
sit
back.
to the back. I tried to trick him and tell him that it's a little bit better ride back here, you know. But I don't know if he fell for it or not.
I don't think he did.
Right.
No, he's definitely not gonna.
Right.
Hey, for the record,
Yeah.
I've never spent a day with you without sun drop.
Right.
If you start convulsing or something, I'm just gonna keep an eye on you.
I was just putting the lead core back down, and you were just singing about the blue, and I'm like, I might change this bait on this one, but I'll tell you, Brett, no, I'm not going to change it. Right. Oh, that's a nicer. Oh, it is a walleye. Nice walleye. Nice. Thank you.
Keep pulling that.
Yep. Holy cats. I thought it was going to be another sauger. Now look how fat these fish are.
They're eating
just
well.
chunky fish. And this one's bleeding like a sieve. So obviously we'll probably end up boxing this one too. But yeah, another great fish. You know, it didn't take long. All of a sudden, we really started marking a lot of fish. Like you said, tight to bottom and boom, game on.
These fish will move every day. They'll shift around out here on this mud every day. So it's kind of a hunt down method. When we get out on the reefs this afternoon, it'll be a little more methodical.
Okay.
Precise.
Hey Brett, now I see you're running 2 downriggers and only 1 lead. Now why not run 2 leads and 1 downrigger? I mean, obviously you're leaning a little bit harder. If you had 3 downriggers on this boat, would you run 3 downriggers?
I probably would, Larry.
Okay.
I mean, they're just so much faster to deploy. I mean, we're fishing the deep basin right now.
Yep.
So we're in 33, 34 feet of water.
Okay.
You know, to get down there with lead works very well.
Right.
But to get down there with lead, I got to let out like 150 plus feet of lead.
150 feet, okay. That makes sense.
The in and out of the lead is just a slow process.
Right.
Versus the downriggers, you know, I'm going out 40 feet.
Clipping the ball
on, dropping in another 20, and we're fishing.
Okay, makes sense. So it's basically the reason to run the downriggers right now is more so it's the distance. Instead of running all them different colors of lead out and versus, you know, the having 150 feet of line out versus having 40 feet of line out.
Right. When you get a calmer day like this, I can spin immediately.
Right.
With just riggers.
So if you're saying, that makes a lot of sense, especially if you're staying on some tight structure. It's a lot easier to get that bait in the spot you want it by having the short amount of line on. That makes a lot of sense. Yep.
Another little sauger.
Little sauger.
I'll just flip this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I literally just cracked the speed up on that throttle.
And that thing
it tripped.
Tripped.
Must have been following that bait.
That is a big thing. A lot of times, you know that when it comes to trolling, that's why you most of the time when you're trolling, you're turning left and right all the time and speeding up, slowing down the baits.
You're getting a little different action on that bait.
Yep. Again, a sauger, you know.
And that, again, that's a fair Lake of the Woods sauger. They just don't get real big up here.
What? Any idea why the sauger don't get that? It's just got to be genetically, right?
The colder, cooler water,
right?
Maybe. So, more for dinner.
Yep.
So this fish ate the bait. I mean, it obviously T-boned it. When I start catching them on the front hook like that,
you know you got the right bait.
You got the right action. You're getting to the right color. When you're just missing them consistently, they're just swatting at it, you'll lose those fish. So when I start seeing this, that's when I know I'm getting close to the right bait.
Makes sense. A lot of sense.
Hey, welcome. Steve the Shotgun Schaefer in the kitchen. If you don't recognize this cowboy, he's at every fair. Nico the Euro or Gyro, how do you say it, Nico?
Euros.
Euros. He is going to show us, we have pulled venison already boiled. He's going to put some seasoning on it. We're going to make Euros. Seriously, guys, if you haven't had a Euro, Nico's going to make venison. Tastes great. I took the top part of the hind end off the deer, and it was 5 hours in the slow cooker, and it's just breaking apart. I left it like this. It's cooled down. Nico's going to work with it. I'm going to bring over the beef broth. After he seasons it, we're going to make this for you guys. All right, Nico, show us how to do this.
All right, so a real Euro's got lamb and beef mixed in a cone, but not a lot of people can just go to the store and buy all that. So most of the people watching this shoot deer and other critters. So what we're going to do is take our meat here, and the main ingredients that we're going to need is balsamic and Cavender's. Cavender's is an all-purpose Greek seasoning, and you can put it on anything.
So that's the secret to all your stuff.
That's the secret to all this stuff.
So you're letting everybody know.
I am letting everyone know.
All right. So
you can find it at Walmart, any other grocery store. That's no problem at all.
All right.
You know, in the movie Big Fat Greek Wedding,
Yeah,
everyone says
yeah.
put Windex on everything. That's not true. You put Cavender's on everything.
And we're going to heat the pitas up.
Yes.
Normally you have, what, a flat table you put them
I
in?
have a flat a flat grill.
Okay.
Put them on there, but most people don't have flat grill. This is the next best thing for that.
All right.
And the key to making the consistency of the bread right, once you see it start rising a little bit, that's when it's ready to get pulled out.
All right.
So
I'm gonna go pull the beef broth off the stove, bring it over here. You do your voodoo. I'll be right back.
All right. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our meat here, right in the pot here, and then you're gonna put your Cavenders right on top of it. You can be generous with it. You can never not have enough of it.
Oh man, that smells good.
I know.
Already. Want me to break it up a little bit?
Yeah, we'll break it up a little bit.
Okay. Oh. You guys can smell this. This is crazy. You sure you want to let this loose?
I mean, we can do it both ways, but
No,
I'm telling you.
You want to tell these people what we're doing? All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay, let's
yeah.
go. All right.
I'm in for it.
All right.
So we put enough in there for now. We can always put some more after we make this stuff. And the nice thing about it is the more spice you put in there, every single time you put this into the beef broth, the better it tastes.
Oh man, it smells awesome right
Yeah, it's delicious. So once you have that going, we're gonna take, you're gonna get onions and then tomatoes. Those are the main things. And of course the tzatziki sauce. You can find tzatziki at most grocery stores. If they don't know what tzatziki...
Does a real Greek find it at Pick and Save?
No, you don't find it at Pick and
There you
Save. But the next best thing is at Pick and Save or any grocery store you can find it. If they don't know what tzatziki is, it's cucumber sauce for everyone else. So yeah, we're gonna let this in here. We're gonna try to pull a little bit apart.
It's getting soft, real fast.
It is, all right.
It's only been a little less than a minute, probably.
Good.
All right, let's get the formic cooking here.
All right, we're gonna
I'm
put
ready to
Peter
eat.
right on there.
You're almost like famous, aren't you? A little white shack that says Nico's Euros.
Yeah. Yep. Go to a bunch of county fairs around here.
All right.
Yeah, the next county fair is the Walworth County Fair, Labor Day weekend. We'll be doing that. So you guys got to stop on by and.
So if you pull this out at Christmas morning, would people eat them on Christmas?
Oh yeah, they
Okay.
eat them all year round.
I would.
Yeah, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
I
You can
would,
always
yeah.
put something.
All right.
Yeah, you can always put it on something. So.
All right. How long do you stay in there?
Until it starts bubbling. So we're gonna. It's still a little cold here, so we're gonna heat that up a little bit more.
All right. Welcome back. Let's go. Let's assemble this bad boy.
All right. So now you see the bread's soft enough.
Yep.
Pliable there. So we're gonna take our meat here.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to believe that's venison, as soft as that is.
That's very true. But yeah, we're gonna put just enough on there. A lot of people, what they do is they put too much on the pita, and then the problem is you can't fold it. So that's just enough. Just enough to be able to fold it. Put our onions on there. And you can never have enough onions.
It's a fact.
Yep. Put a couple tomatoes on there.
Let me get a napkin or a paper towel.
Yep. So now the best part of it is the tzatziki sauce.
We need a taste tester in here, Junior. Oh, you hear that?
Oh, hey.
The sleeping bear is
woke
awake.
up. He smelt euros.
All right, Code Man.
It's all
Hey,
you,
Cody
brother.
got out of bedroom this morning. Open your elbows up. Get the elbows opened up. How is it, bud? Here. The shotgun will help you out here.
Really good.
Thanks for coming in today,
Yeah,
Nico.
not a problem.
And
Not a
seriously, that's what you do with venison. It took me about 5 hours for the meat. And then what did it take? 3 minutes maybe to make this. Are you going to come up for here or what, bud? Well, thanks for getting out of bed to try this with us. We appreciate Nico for coming in today. From the kitchen of the Shotgun Schaefer and Nico, the Euro man. Thank you.
Subscribe now to never miss an issue of the Badger Sportsman magazine. This issue features Green Bay Packer Jeff Janis. Along with great celebrity profiles, you'll find everything you need to know to have fun and be successful outdoors in Wisconsin. For availability in your area and subscription information, check out badgersportsman.com today.
Hey, you guys kind of snuck away from us, huh? I see how you guys are, you Evinrude guys.
Brett, you got quite the pile of sandwiches there.
Yeah. We got well taken care of.
Right, we're not gonna go hungry,
No.
which is typical when we're fishing together. You know, again, I'm down to drinking tea.
It's just not you.
I know it's not me.
I think that's putting bad mojo on the boat right now.
And I feel a lot of balance today too, I can tell you that. You know what I was hoping? Like sometimes when people are out on the ocean, they find all these packages and stuff. I was thinking maybe on Lake of the Woods, all of a sudden, I would look over and be like a 6-pack of Sundrop floating in the water. It's got to be the food.
See, right? It wasn't until we started eating. I don't know why we waited so long. That's what I want to know, right? All right. Gotta love that, I'll tell you that. You know what, I just caught that small one, and there he goes, right down. I'll get him out of the net here. And look how fat these saugers are, right there. Perfect eating fish, I'll tell you that. And you know, if a guy wanted, you can actually just keep sauger out here too, right?
Yeah,
can
you
keep
can
your
have 6 saugers.
Okay, that's great. Gotta love it. Hey, we eat, fish eat. We just proved it right there.
Heck, you better move the lunch and put them in the box.
That's right. Hey Brett, you know what? We better get in and go to the rules meeting here. And you know, we had a great day out here today. We caught just a ton of saugers and a few nice walleyes in there. We had one big one on that unfortunately I fudged. You know what? But you know, let's talk a few seconds about Lake of the Woods. You were telling me before, I never realized that this is the biggest inland lake in the country besides the Great Lakes, huh? How many acres is this thing?
It's like 1 million acres.
1 million acres, oh my gosh. And you told me there's some outrageous amount of islands on this?
There's actually like 14,552 islands up here on the Canadian side. So I mean,
Holy
it's a massive
cats.
body of water.
This is absolutely, I mean, this is a walleye factory here.
Maybe we'll sneak some fishing in tomorrow.
That sounds good. Hey, let's pull these lines in before it gets too late and let's get in.
All right.
Hey Brett, what you got on your elbow?
Oh, look at that.
Want one, Brett?
Sure.
Now we're gonna get them. Want one, Brett?
Sure.
I don't have anyone.
No.